I don't want to go into tonight's game. A little busier today, so I couldn't get it out as early as I wanted. And then do a quick recap as well. Obviously, we got pounded on that Cowboys game, which it's fine. It gives us some information. It's weird because the Niners were my Super Bowl pick since before the season, and you'd think that win would make me more confident in them. Makes me a little hesitant, honestly, because they just ran right through them. I can't imagine everybody isn't going to be piling on the Niners. But I'm sure they'll pull some shenanigans throughout the year to make them look weak in some way and vulnerable. As for tonight, it's it's a close one. It's one of those games that, for me, it's going to be a leg two, definitely not a leg three. I I could see one of I could see both scenarios. The reason I am leaning with the Packers is because of my prime time theory. The prime time theory is if you watch prime time very often, you'll see a team if they get blown out the next week if they're on prime time they win, or if they win decisively the next week on prime time they lose. It happened with the Jets. We saw it with the Chiefs. We saw it with a lot of teams. The Steelers were one. The Raiders. It happened with the Raiders. So now the Packers. I think they both did lose their last primetime game, but the Packers got destroyed at home by the Lions, and the Lions are a good team, but it's still embarrassing. So right here they lose to the Lions by 14. Now the Raiders did lose that game to the Steelers, but like I said, it was a 5 point game, and I think people remember the Packers game more. It was just a week ago. So whenever it's especially back-to-back weeks, that's usually my tiebreaker. I think they want to keep them close to the Vikings, close to the Lions, of course. They'll be ahead of the Bears, and they'll be ahead of the Vikings too. Like I said, I think they're going to have the worst record. I wasn't kidding when I said that. And the Raiders, yeah, they'll probably drop to 1-4. As I said with them, I was going to have an eye on them. They're my dark horse, if you will. I thought that there was a chance they would do something, but it's seeming like they're kind of shutting it down with this team. They give me the same vibes as the Broncos, just a team that doesn't have anything together. So yeah, I like the Packers here for a leg two, straight up. I'm not going to take the points. I'm just going to take them to win because I'm taking this for narratives. So yeah, we had here's yesterday's picks. It's funny because not funny, but very odd day, very roller coaster like day, and then at the end we basically completely broke even because again each leg three for the sequence it's a 7 unit loss, and it's a 4 unit loss for that particular game. So we lost 4 units on the Saints Patriots over, for example, but I include the entire sequence in that because the way I play it is we do leg one, leg two, leg three, and if we close it out, we profit. But if we close it out and lose the leg three, then it's a 7 unit loss. But on the day, it's a 4 unit loss. On the day, Jags Bills was a 1 unit because these were covers, so 1 unit, 1 unit. Where we really had a good mitigatory game was the Steelers beating the Ravens. It was a 4.6 net unit on the sequence, actually. So it was a 7.6 unit on the day. We gained 7.6 units from this game alone. But then I subtract the 3 units from the leg 2 and the leg 1 that we lost, which makes it 4.6. But this leg 3 win alone canceled out the entire sequence of the Saints, Patriots, Vandy, and Blue Jays cover twins above it. That's the reason I like doing plus odds at leg two, leg threes. They can be dangerous. Obviously, the Cowboys did not come through. But this one came through enough to basically can't nullify an entire leg three sequence. As you can see, we missed the Cowboys. And then the parlay came in pretty big with us getting plus 470. After all this, with a losing record, we finished around minus 2 units. So not great. Obviously, we want to be up. But I wanted to go into it so people could have an idea of how the system works. Again, there's not many systems where you're going to finish one out of three leg threes, which is not great. We want to split them or better. Obviously, that's not splitting them. And to finish, just 2 units down, not bad at all. And tonight we got 2 units on the Raiders. So I'm sorry, on the Packers to beat the Raiders at plus odds. So hopefully that'll make up for yesterday, and we'll be in the profit slightly for the week. But yeah, nothing crazy. I think Love's going to look really good. I think it'll be a pretty close game, but I think I could see the Packers pulling away. We just had a blowout last night, so I'm not sure we get another one. But I think we still get a pretty decisive win where the Packers look good. The Raiders, I thought about them because it kind of keeps everybody in it, like I was saying. But I don't think they have too much planned to make the Raiders look like a threat to the AFC. Again, I liked them before the year a little bit to make the playoffs, but just not sold on them right now after seeing them through the first 4 weeks. So the Packers, I don't think they're making the playoffs either, but I think they're going to at least keep them close. So down the road, they'll have some games where the winner gets in the playoffs, or it's going to be games that mean a lot. So, yeah, my pick is Packers, nothing crazy. And I'll be getting into NBA. I know we're starting really soon, so I'll be doing I already did my predictions before, but there are kind of half predictions. But I'll be doing an official prediction of everyone who is going to make the playoffs, and just some teams that I think are going to be X factors and teams that I think are going to be bust, like things of that nature. So yeah, like I said, not a leg 3. I'm going to make this a leg 2. I think it's a good game. It could be better. So this will be for one of our leg 1 losses, and it's going to be the Packers to win straight up. So